So hello everybody. I hope everybody's had a great weekend. Today we'll be taking a look at this M24 Chaffee 135 scale from Italeri. This is an older kit, and Italeri is kind of hit or miss sometimes. I've had really good kits from them. I've also had some kits that weren't so great. So we're going to take a look at this. We have nothing else on the box except for a bit of info here. Different languages. So here's our instruction sheet. Pretty large one, like these old Italeri kits usually have. So we have 3 trees of dark green plastic. You see the whole bottom is attached to this one. And you also have a rubber track. Now we start with the suspension, the road wheel arms, the shocks, the support rollers, the sprocket, and the sprocket hub here. Here the back plate, and the suspension for the other side, same steps. Here we put the top of the hull onto the bottom of the hull. We have the whole machine gun here, the fenders, and the 2 front hatches here. Here we're going a bunch of hull detail. We have the exhausts, these fender supports, the lights here in the front. Some handles and stuff around here. And in here, more hull detail. We have it's like a box that goes here on the back for the bedroll and stuff. Here on the other side, the jerry can handles and Pioneer tools, extra track links. Down here we are building the turret. We have a 2-half turret, the bustle rack, the commander's hatch, the loader's hatch. Here we have our main gun with the interior piece, and sometimes I really don't know why they put these interior pieces in there for the main gun. If there's no interior to the kit, it doesn't even make sense. If you're going to put that in there to be able to see, then you need the more detail in the hull, so you can leave the hatches open and stuff. Well, here's the metal, or the front of the thing, and the metal. So here, put the shirt on, put the skirts on. I don't know why we're putting the turret on. You can put the detail on the turret before you put it on. Just gives turret detail here on the bottom. The handles and the antenna, handle, and the antenna here in the front, antenna here on the side, and then the inner aircraft gun here. Then we have, looks like, we have a lot of options. We have U.S. Army Northwest Europe, 1944. Indochina, not spelled right, 1953. Indochina. I'm not really sure. Escadre. Not really sure what all that means there. Headquarters Squadron, 1st RTR, 2nd Armored Brigade, 7th Armored Division, Germany, 1945. Esercito Italiano Divisione Ariete, 1953, so it's an Italian version. And from the Japanese Self-Defense Force, 1957. They are all in olive drab, which I don't think that would be olive. It wouldn't be all the same color. It would be painted different colors. You would have to really look to see what colors they used for each. Because the World War II version will be a different color olive drab than the later versions, for sure. But the countries that used them, like Indochina, Japan, and Italy, would have painted them probably to match their forces' colors. It's probably not exactly alright with the colors. So we have 3 trees to look at and the track. And then the bottom of the hole is off the tree. Not a big problem. So here we have our poly track. For poly track, it looks okay. It has detail on both sides, and not just sometimes on the inside. There's not really a lot of detail, but there are a lot of pin marks here, all over, and they're all raised pin marks. Got to be sanded down, and it's really stiff. It's not so flexible. This side looks really good though. These will be rubber, so rubber track pads, I think. Yeah, it looks like it. So the bottom of our hull, we have some good hull detail there on the bottom. The sides are pretty plain. I think there probably should be some bolts and some stuff on there, more. There's usually, like, you know, these plates and stuff in here. It's broken off there. It's gonna have to be cleaned and sanded. This isn't so bad because the plate goes on there. No texture at all though. It's really flat plastic and shining. So it's gonna have to be texture added to it, because see, all the parts are pretty much like that here at the top of the hull. The back plate, it's all shiny, smooth plastic, no texture. This bedroll looks okay though. It could be painted up pretty good, pretty nice, I think. The skirts are okay. They have some, you know, these connectors here with the bolts on it and stuff. The bolts are there. We have some nice bolt detail here around the top. The detail on the back looks okay as well. In here, and bolt heads around there. Still looks okay. We're gonna need some texture to it though. So here are the suspension parts. The fenders look decent. You have some bolt heads around here, and a little detail added in there. The road wheels, you know, we have bolt heads in there. They look okay. Hatches are okay. Road parts. These arms and stuff. Antenna. Sprockets. We have bolts on the inside and outside. And bolts on the support rollers. The jerry cans look okay. Decent detail, but U.S. Army is missing. This side is okay as well, but not any major pin marks here, which I'm surprised about. We do have pin marks on the inside of the fenders, but they're not really bad. This one, that can be sanded down really easily. They're not that bad. The last tree is the turret. We have the gun mantle, the gun tube. I don't really like the gun tube that much. I would probably get a metal one. Everything's smooth, like glossy plastic. That's not right. It's gonna need to be textured. It seems to have maybe weld beads, but they're not like textured. They're like smooth, like here. Looks like weld beads along here. At least a raised section, but it doesn't have the marks. So I would I don't know. Take a knife maybe. If you want to do it fast, take a knife and kind of, or maybe a saw would be work better, and put the marks in there. Or take them completely off, but you would, with the Dremel, and put some putty in there to make it a better one. I'm sure there's probably better kits out there, but this one's okay for a quick build. I would say it's okay. You see, there's not a lot of parts to it, but it's enough, really. I think the track probably needs to be replaced. This is okay, but it's really stiff. It's not gonna work into the. It's not gonna work in there and sag or anything unless you do glue it down to make it sag. It needs texture on the hull and the turret. The weld beads aren't right. The gun tube is kind of plain. I don't know. The gun tube looks a little. I don't know. Don't like it all that well. I would recommend a new track. I would recommend texturing the plastic and maybe some PE. I think it'll still build into a decent kit. It's definitely not perfect. There's probably better ones out there, but it's not so expensive. So thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and join me next time where we'll be taking a look at a J2 M3 Raiden, the 1/48 scale, and I think it was from Hasegawa. I can't find the instruction sheet. We'll take a look at that next time. So until then, bye.